Alright, welcome back to the Inhabitmars channel. Today we are going to take a look at this Gigapan by Neville Thompson. I just wanted to bring up this page and I'm going to show you a little bit in here. I won't show you everything, but I'll leave a link to the page. This is aluminum oxynitride. This is what I was talking about. It's called an optical ceramic. It's commonly known as transparent aluminum. And just to show you, because we're going to look at a piece of it, what I think could be very similar, or it could just be like bulletproof glass. But I have a feeling if the Martians were advanced as we are, or maybe a little more, then they were probably playing around with optical ceramics like this. This stuff is very similar to glass. As you can see in here, they're using it for armor on different vehicles. I know that they were changing out the windows. The last time I heard from my brother while he was in Iraq, they were changing some of these windows on the Humvees over to aluminum oxynitride because the stuff is just incredible. But the reason we're looking at this today is because of this right here. Oops, hope I bring up the right one. Oh, we need to go right here. Okay, and I remember to turn on my pointer today. This is a Gigapan by Neville Thompson, and Sara Runcie was the one who actually found this area, so all the credit goes to her. What she found was right in this area. If you see where this rock is kind of sticking up, the one that I think is a bridge, and I'm going to go ahead and full screen this so you can see. And Neville Thompson, by the way, is a great Gigapan artist. I love his work. Like I tell you, there's a few that I like. Joe White, of course, does good Gigapans. Neville Thompson, Neil Spence, these guys just do great work. And you go right over this bridge right here. This is the area we're going to look at. And I actually have cleaned this up a little more. As you can see, there's not much I had to do to clean it up. It looks pretty crystal clear the way it is right now. But there is something over here that is very transparent. And yes, honey, I'm recording, sweetie. And we're going to look at this area right here today. I'll show you what I've done on the model also. So let me go ahead and bring up the image of what we're looking at here. Hurry up. I'm recording. Okay, so this is the image that I've cleaned up right here, and the area I want to look at, we focused on this last week, and I'll show you what I've done on that. There's not much more that I did on this part right here, but it's this right here. I cleaned this up as best I could, but you can see this piece of something sitting right here, and it's kind of an acorn shape, and you can see something sitting behind this. This is actually behind this piece right here. Alright, and what's happening here is you are actually seeing through this. Take this rock right here, and you can follow this line down in through here. And the reason this is distorted, this is not facing straight towards you. This is actually canted at an angle, about maybe 30 degrees or so. It's not quite 45 degrees from you, and I'll show you in the model because it took a little while to get it right, but I think I have the material modeled right to where we're seeing through it at about the same angle. Alright, so let's see. Let's go into our model and take a look. I don't want to make this too long because I'm still not done with this. I was trying to work on this. My computer's been giving me all kinds of problems, and I don't know what it is. If anyone's got any ideas, I'll try to put in the description what's going on. So this is our model right here, and this is the area we want to focus on. Just real briefly, show you what we did last week on this. We looked at all these pieces in here and what they look like. It looked like there was some sort of motor or something right here, and some sort of material laying in front of it, and you can kind of see that right here in the image. You can see that piece of what looks like material. See how it's laying off of this table or whatever this is right here, and then right on top, look at the shape of this. It makes like a V. It's going up like this in a V, and then there's a piece that comes across. You can see that, and it looks like pulleys and belts I should have done this. Hold on. Let's go in here. You can see it a little better. It's a little bit blurry from being so close, but it looks like some sort of shaft comes out the back right here, and then something's going on right here, and looks pretty cool. And this table may be hollow underneath. These may be legs coming down and then something sitting in front of it, or what I think is the way I model this is it's actually like some sort of can or something sitting in front of it. So the angle we're looking at would be something like this right here. Of course, this would be slightly in the way. Let me just move that. Something like this right here is what we're seeing the angle from. Alright, so this piece may actually be a part of a leg from the table, and it might be that it's hollow underneath here. I'm not sure on that. Okay, and then we looked at this piece right here. You can see it right there with the pipes and stuff. We looked at that. So today, let's go ahead and jump over here, because this is pretty cool stuff over here. And let me show you back in the image first. Okay, so just slide right over here to the right. Just follow all this stuff and go to the right. And the other thing I brought out last week was just how close all this stuff is together. This was Sarah's original find right here. Okay, this looks like a guy, and he looks like he's standing behind this wall, kind of at an angle like this, looking out to see what's going on. Maybe he heard the rover, maybe he saw something moving, and it looks like he came out from this structure right here. And she said that this may be a doorway, or somebody I think in her comments actually mentioned that this may be a doorway, and it might be. It's sticking out several feet from the back wall, so I don't know if that is a doorway, but the shape does kind of match the opening. So it may be something that opens and closes. But it just looks like it's several feet. If you look at the space behind them from right here to here, that's a good bit of space behind him. And the left side is not connected to this wall that we can tell. This is actually, the entire thing is sitting several feet in front of it. So it may not be an actual doorway, but maybe it does have something to do with this, or maybe this slides back. Maybe it doesn't open like a door like we think of. Maybe it slides back into position to seal it off. I'm not sure exactly, but this is the shape of it, and I showed that in the model last week. That's this piece right here. Okay, and like I said, I haven't gotten any more done here. I worked on that stuff on the right, and then I didn't have time to get the video out before I had to go to work. But this is several feet, and this back wall would be somewhere in here. I've not got a chance to model that yet, but the most important thing, of course, is to show you these things here, and that's what I did last week. Today, let's go right over here. Alright, and I'm going to line all this up, and I'm going to hide these models real quick and bring them back one by one. Okay, so you can see this, what looks like some sort of vehicle. There's even some sort of shield on the back. It looks like the face of a cat or something. And this is in the original also. All I did was enhance it a little bit so I could bring out these lines. And then if you follow the lines of what looks like this vehicle behind it, you can actually see it through this piece right here. Alright, it comes across and it angles down, comes to a wedge in the front, and then it comes back to here. Now what I couldn't see was, it kind of looks like this might be a track to the vehicle, like there's a tracked vehicle, but I wasn't sure, and based on time anyway, it was quicker to model wheels than it is tracks. So this may be a tracked vehicle, not a wheeled vehicle. But you can see this stuff through this rock, and these two rocks are right in front of it. They're not behind it, they're in front of it. This is sitting, like I say, at an angle towards you like this. They are behind these two. There it is. Well, both of these actually. And they are in front of these rocks that are in the back here. Let me back out just a little bit so you can kind of see that. Alright. So if I turn these back on, Alt-H to unhide. This is what looks like that piece of either bulletproof glass, transparent aluminum, or something transparent. And it took a while to get it textured right so that it looks right and it has at least similar properties to what I can tell. I'm sure it's not perfect, but I got it pretty close to looking right. Alright, and it's dusty, you can tell. Even in our model, I modeled some dust and made the light refract just a little differently in different places. And then you can see our vehicle behind it. And if you turn that at an angle, it doesn't distort as much as I was hoping, but you can see how stuff distorts a little bit, and that's why I believe this is sitting at about a 30-degree angle. If you look from the top, that's why you're getting that refraction through there and the distortion. Alright, and that's what I think that piece looks like, kind of an acorn shape, and it's tilted just a little bit to its left. And if you look at it straight on, it's a little wider than what it looks like in the image. If I can stay out of everything else. But there you go, that's what that piece looks like. So I'm going to hide this so I can show the vehicle behind it. And this is what that vehicle looks like, at least the basic shape of what we could tell. Now I'm going to take and move this down because we can't see through this one. So, whoops. There we go. Make sure I have the right thing clicked. Where'd you go? Come back here. Alright. So, here's what we got. It kind of looks like these steps on the side. And there looks like one over here, but there's a piece of something laying on top of it. But you can just barely make out these lines where these steps come down. So it looks like you'd be able to crawl on top. And there's like this cannon or something on front. You see that cylinder on the end of it, and then you see this piece right here. It looks like this right here. So that's what I saw that as, and I think that's pretty accurate, but you know, we can't be 100% sure on any of this. And then, like I say, I wasn't sure if there were supposed to be wheels underneath this or tracks. If it is wheels, and these are, let me see, can I turn this? Yeah, I still have it. Then it's like this plating that comes down to protect the wheels. Because if you look at that track that's on this side in the image, it doesn't come all the way to the ground. I thought I shaded this smooth. Okay, it didn't save. I don't know why. And I can hear my computer dinging. I don't know. Like I say, it had an update, and ever since then I've been having all kinds of little problems with it. But there you go. That's what that looks like. And then I probably needed to make the plate bigger, but I wanted it to fit. It looks like there's a hatch on the back of this. You can just barely make that out right here. See how it comes across? And then down. And then it comes down along the back. It actually looks like the entire thing sticks out a little bit. So there we go. That's that. Something is unplugging and plugging. I think it's my phone. Hold on. It's charging up my phone. I think that's what's doing the dinging. Okay, so that's that. And then you can see this shape on top. Probably should have textured this lighter. I couldn't tell if it was a lighter material or the same material, but there that is on top. And this is the basic shape that this thing has. So is that a vehicle? I think it is. You know, in my opinion, it is. And I think this is, I don't know what this is, but it looks like this sort of cat-like shield shape on the back. And it looks like it's attached to this hatch. You know, if you look in the image right here. So, see how that looks like a hatch right there? And it comes down on this side. And the plate is actually just a little bigger than that. But that's the basic shape of it. So I toyed around with that. That's why it took a while last week, trying to get everything right. And one of the things that were frustrating me that I couldn't get right, I got it close, was trying to make this perforated metal. I tried everything making perforated metal, and it was frustrating me. Every time I'd move it or actually attach it to this, the holes would get off. This is just a texture, and I didn't want to model every hole and raise it up like perforated metal would be. I was like, there's got to be a way that I can texture this and make it look like it's raised up. And then I had problems with the transparency of the holes and trying to get all that worked out. I finally did. So, and it's not lined up perfect now. With all that fiddling, I finally got it to where it looked good, and I said, I'm not fiddling with it anymore. But there you go. That's what this thing looks like. So one last time, and I want to show you this. What am I doing here? Alt H. Let's put our aluminum back. I just want to show you this website so you see what I'm talking about this stuff. This is really cool stuff, and there you go. You see that kind of refraction through there? Trying to get that all right. If I turn it, you can actually see the stuff distorting behind it. See that? So that's why I think that's turned at about a 30-degree angle. See that distortion? It took a while to get all that right, but I finally got it right. So I'm pretty proud of that one. Anyway, okay, so let's go to this. I just want to show this right here. This is Surmet. This is the company that figured out the formula for transparent aluminum. And this is pretty cool stuff. It's aluminum oxynitride. And yeah, there you go. Aluminum oxynitride. And it's pretty cool stuff. It's super strong. It's a lot stronger than traditional bulletproof glass, and that's why to me it's really cool stuff. And when I saw that, that was the first thing, well, not the first, that's one of the first things I thought about. And you can actually go over here to the news and media, go to videos, and this first video is probably the coolest. Now I tried full screen this and it won't let me, so I said okay, but they were using 50 cal rounds from a rifle, and you can see the thickness. There's the rifles, and they'll actually show you in this video just how cool this stuff is. Let's see, the first one, there you go. I'm just going to show this part, and I got it muted because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But side-by-side comparison, this is the aluminum oxynitride, and this is bulletproof glass up here, and you're gonna see the difference. The bulletproof glass with this 50 cal round just shatters, and here's the dummy head, and I mean it just rips through there, and you can see it coming out the back side here, and the 50 cal round stopped it. Alright, so glass laminate is the same as bulletproof glass. It's polycarbonate and traditional glass all wedged together like a sandwich. But there you go. That stuff is really cool stuff. And of course it cracked it and shattered it, or didn't shatter it completely into pieces, but it cracked it, but it didn't shatter it. And that's a 50 cal round. Now I watched some of their other videos where they put it up against AK rounds, and of course pistol rounds, so that stuff just bounced right off it. Like, geez, that stuff's amazing. But that's why I thought it was that, or it was a good possibility that what we're looking at in there is probably transparent aluminum or something similar. And the process for making it, they go through all of that. It's in the news and media. Somewhere here they go through the whole process of how they make it. It has to be superheated, and then as the molecules are jiggling real fast from the heat, then they have to just super freeze it real quick to get all those molecules to freeze in place, and then it still comes out opaque, and then they just buff and buff and buff until it comes out clear. And pretty cool stuff. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoy that. And ooh, look at that, 20 minutes, almost 21. You guys take care of yourselves. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out their page. They deal with other materials also, but this is the coolest thing I have ever seen, was this stuff here. So there you go. You guys take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.